So we have now built our ghost box. We'll call it a Tony's box now that Tony's the one that put it together. And we're going to test it out for the very first time. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the antenna. Just going to make sure we get a good reception. We're going to turn it on in just a moment. We're going to put it on the AM frequency. And the reason we're going to use AM frequency is because there's a lot more talk radio on AM than there is on FM. So we want to make sure that there's a lot more talking going on in the broadcast than there is music. The reason we want the talk radio versus the music is that the ghosts, in order to make this work, the spirits don't actually talk through it. They manipulate the sounds that are already coming through and make sure that they are more prominent, so that it makes it sound like the word that they would have said if they could speak to you. So here we go. Well, I have powered it on here with this button, and I've used the scan down to start the scanning. Okay, so we are now ready to start asking questions. We just want to make sure that we are clear about what it is and who it is we want to contact. We want to make sure that we make contact only with positive, high vibrational energy, no negative, low vibrational energy, only positive. So, we're going to switch over to the FM frequency for just a minute.
Was it scanning before?
So whenever you switch from one frequency to the other, the scanning stops, and it just locks into whatever frequency it was on before. So, there we go. So there's a lot more music coming through here, which is not at all what we really want to be picking up. So we'll ask again, are there any spirits here that want to make their presence known to us? I'll ask again because it almost sounded like a yes coming through there in the sound. Are there any spirits here that would like to make their presence known to us? It's hard to make out any sounds and all that mess, so it's hard to say if we're actually getting any manipulated voices or manipulated sounds coming across from a spirit, or if it's just the garble of the scanning of the channels. So this is our first time using this device as well. So we're just going to ask the question, if there is a spirit here with us that would like to communicate, can you tell us what your name is? So I'm going to ask one more time, just to be clear. If there is a spirit here, a friendly spirit, a high vibrational spirit, high vibrational energy, we would like to know what your name is. Could you please tell us your name? Almost sounded like someone said RJ or something along those lines. But then it could have been a commercial for RJ Reynolds. Can you please tell us your name? So we're going to turn this back on, and we're going to close the vortex. But before we do that, we're going to ask the spirit if we know it in any way. But we are not going to continue too much more conversation with this. We're going to close it and be done with it. So. We are now scanning to the spirit that we believe may be answering us through the device. We believe we hear you saying the word or the name RJ or Archie. Is that correct? Is that your name? Okay, so we are going to shut down the device, and we are not going to leave any doors open for communication. So if you are trying to communicate with us, please do so now, because in the next minute we will be closing this down. Okay, so we're going to end this little experiment, but now that we have a working device, we can take it with us on one of our other investigations, or we can play with it a little further here all the time. But for now, we're going to close it out and be done with it. So whoever is or was or may have been here with us, thank you very much for attempting to communicate with us, and we may engage with you again some other time. Thank you. And thus ends our first adventure into digital tuning, sweeping of the band, ghost hunting.